Dear friends, today we are going to discuss about anti-tubercular drugs. According to the previous year question, what is tuberculosis? Classify anti-tubercular drugs with examples. Give a note on first line drug. So anti-tubercular drug. In 2015 question comes 1 plus 4 plus 10. In 2016 2 plus 4 plus 9. So first let us discuss about tuberculosis. So when one more question you can write, it is used in the treatment of, or anti-tubercular drugs are used in the treatment of tuberculosis, or it is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. But when question comes 2 marks, you have to write about tuberculosis drug, how it one person affected, so a little bit more. So let us discuss. Anti-tubercular drugs are used in the treatment of tuberculosis, a disease caused by bacteria, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So Mycobacteria are an interesting bunch. They are slender, rod-shaped and need oxygen to the survive. In other words, they are strict aerobes. That means without oxygen, the Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacteria cannot survive. So it prefers the lungs. Mainly it respiratory tract infected. So they have got an unusual waxy cell wall. That means bacteria having waxy cell wall, which is also result the production of mycolic acid. That means the bacteria produces the mycolic acid. This waxy cell wall makes them incredibly hardy. It converted to hard and allow them to resist or persist weak disinfectant and survive on dry surface for month at a time. That means whatever the mycolic acid produced by the bacteria, later it becomes hard, and which helps the bacteria to survive or to persist. Even weak disinfectants are cannot destroy or cannot kill or prevent the bacteria. So the bacteria which produce mycolic acid directly helps to survive the bacteria. So the antibacterial drug act mainly to prevent the production of mycolic acid. So what is the necessity to prevent the mycolic acid? Because the whatever the bacteria produces mycolic acid, it directly help to survive. Even weak disinfectant cannot kill or prevent them. So antibacterial drug is used to prevent the production of mycolic acid. As a result, bacteria cannot synthesize mycolic acid, or the cell wall level cannot survive or prevent. So although about 2 million people are worldwide affected in tuberculosis, simply TB, the vast majority, 90 to 95% people are affected, but they have not developed the symptoms. And this is usually the immune system can contain it. So the Mycobacterium tuberculosis is usually transmitted by inhalation or air, which is how they can enter into the lungs. So TB can avoid the mucous tract and make it way to the deep airway and alveoli, where we have macrophages which eat up foreign cells or digest and destroy them. With the TB or tuberculosis, they recognize the foreign protein on their cell surface and phagocyte them. or essentially package them into space called phagosome. So with the most cases, macrophages then fuse the phagosome with lysosome, which is a hydrostatic enzyme that can pretty much break down any biochemical molecule. So to be thick, though one-sided macrophages, they produce a protein that inhibit the fusion which allow the mycobacterium to survive. It does not just survive, though it proliferates and creates the localized infection. So these 3 weeks needed after the initial infection, cell-mediated immunity kicks in and immunocells surround the site of TB infection, creating granuloma. So the tissue inside the middle dies as a result, a process referred to necrosis. That means how the bacteria once enter into the lungs, it survive inside the lungs or alveoli. So how the enzymes, different enzyme like hydrolytic enzyme or lysosome or phagocytic effect, laboratory discussed. So what is the theme of this introduction part? Bacteria, mycobacterium synthesize or production of mycolic acid. But when we are using antitubercular drugs, it prevents the production of mycolic acid. What is the major function of mycolic acid? It resists or it resists the weak disinfectant or survive because it make a hardy cell wall. The waxy cell wall converted to hard to survive inside the respiratory tract or mainly alveoli. So this is the introduction part. Then now comes to the classification of anti-tubercular drugs. So first line drug and second line drug. First line drug again essential drug and supplementary drug. So easy to memorize RIFE. RIP. RIFE R for rifampicin, I for isoniazid, pyrazinamide, ethambutol. These are the first line drugs we are using as a combination therapy. Then now comes to the first line supplementary drug, that is rifabutin, rifampicin, streptomycin. These are supplementary or additional drug we can add with first line drug. Now second line drug, Fespec. We are using Fespec. So easy to memorize. Fespec. F for fluoroquinol, A for amikacin, C for capreomycin, then E for ethionamide, P for para-aminosalicylic acid, C for cycloserine. So Fespec. This is the second line drug. So this is the anti-tuber classification. So first line drug, why it is called first line? The most effective and most basic component of anti-tubercular treatment, and first line supplementary drug are quite effective and possess an acceptable limit of toxicity. So these are reserved drug. Second line drug, these are the drug used if there is a resistance to the first line drug. When first line drug are resist, we can use the second line drug. So first line drug are contraindicated for some reason. So these drugs are less effective and slightly more toxic than first line. So why second line drug are less preferred as first line drug? Because these are the drug slightly more toxic than the first line drug. So see, according to the WHO guidelines, how the treatment procedure. You can see in the advertisement, dots are using in case of TB. But what is dots? Question comes in 1 mark question. Directly observe therapy for short course. So one of the main reason for therapeutic failure has been patient poor compliance. So otherwise The if one person is properly taking the medicines or the drugs, it can easily cure. But the poor result due to or poor compliance due to ignorance or therapeutic failure due to poor compliance. So WHO therefore recommended DOTS, directly observed therapy for short course, wherein the anti-TB drug are given under the direct supervision of the medical officers. So this helps to ensure the drug are taken at the right time for the full duration of the treatment. Why we are discussing all these things? Because the main purpose, see, the combination therapy, drug therapy normally begins with 4-line drug. That means rifampicin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide, ethambutol. All the first line drug we are using as a combination therapy for 2-month period. Rifampicin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide and ethambutol are used as a combination therapy for 2-month period, and later a course of isoniazid and rifampicin for another 4 months. So this is the 6-month course. Out of this 6 months, first 2 months we are using 4 combination of drug. So the combination of drug ensures prevention of resistance by mycobacteria. Why we are using combination of TB drugs? Because it ensures the prevention of resistance. The chances of resistance, drug resistance, is less when we are using combination therapy. So first let us discuss the isoniazid. So isoniazid is a prodrug and it is converted into active form by bacterial enzyme catalase peroxidase. So it is not in the active form. When it comes in contact with the enzyme, that is bacterial enzyme or catalase peroxidase enzyme, it activated. So what is the side of action? Both the intracellular and extracellular bacteria. So it is a bactericidal to actively growing the tubercle bacilli, but not to terminate the organism, which are only inhibited. So it is active against the Mycobacterium tuberculosis or Mycobacterium kansai. So see the mechanism of action. Isoniazid in the presence of catalase peroxidase in mycobacteria is activated, and the acyl carrier protein or beta acyl carrier protein synthetase or block the mycolic acid synthesis. What we have studied in introduction part. Main aim the block the synthesis of mycolic acid, prevent the synthesis of mycolic acid. So isoniazid is converted to active form by catalase peroxidase. The active form inhibited the mycolic acid or the outer layer of the cell wall, also inhibit the DNA, RNA and various oxidative enzymes. It is equally active in acidic as well as alkaline medium. So mycobacterium cell wall has the following layer: mycoside, mycolic acid, arabinogalactone, peptidoglycan. See in the figure. You have to more clear. This is the C. This is the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and it is made up of plasma membrane, peptidoglycan, arabinogalactane, mycolic acid, acyl lipid. The cell wall is made up of nucleus, RNA polymerase, DNA gyrase, DNA, mRNA, ribosome, protein. Then in case of cell wall, see. So whatever the first line drug we are using, like pyrazinamide, it disrupt the plasma membrane. Ethambutol, it inhibit the cell wall synthesis. Isoniazid, it inhibit the cell wall synthesis. Rifampicin inhibit the RNA synthesis. See in this figure, ethambutol arabinogalactone को inhibit the arabinogalactone. Isoniazid, mycolic acid, inhibit the cell wall synthesis. So work in mycolic acid, prevent the synthesis of mycolic acid. Pyrazinamide, disrupt the plasma membrane. Rifampicin, inhibit the RNA synthesis. So this is the four first line drug we are using and which inhibit the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Now comes to the pharmacokinetic. What are the absorption, distribution, metabolism and elimination drug? So rapid and complete. Rate can be slow with food. Peak plasma time 1 to 2 hours. Distribution, all body tissue and fluid including cerebrospinal fluid crosses the placenta, enter the breast milk. Protein bound 10 to 15%. Metabolism in liver. Elimination half life, then fast SI later 30 to 100 minutes. Then it is also excreted in urine. So resistance of isoniazid. We have already discussed why combination therapy. There is a chances of resistance. So resistance to isoniazid is due to mutation in catalyzed peroxidase gene. So it changes its shape or catalyze the peroxidase gene which is responsible for the activation of INH. So how INH or isoniazid activate? In the presence of the enzyme. So it changes or catalyze or break down the peroxidase gene. So the bacteria is resistant. So another mechanism is responsible for this resistance is mutation in promoter gene. So which involved mycolic acid biosynthesis. So how the bacteria is resistant. Adverse effect. Peripheral neuropathy, loss of appetite, slurred speech, lethargy, progressive liver damage, anemia, megaloblastic anemia, thrombocytopenia, seizure. These are the adverse effects of isoniazid. Now rifampicin. Rifampicin is a semi-synthetic derivative of rifampicin, an antibiotic produced streptomycin medicated. It is an active against gram-positive and gram-negative cough. Enteric bacteria, then mycobacteria and Chlamydia. So mechanism of action, rifampicin bind to the beta subunit of bacteria DNA dependent RNA polymerase and thereby inhibit RNA synthesis. So resistant result from one of several possible point like the gene of beta subunit RNA polymerase. Then pharmacokinetic, absorption, distribution, metabolism and elimination. Excreted in feces and urine, metabolized by liver, and it is also protein binding drug and it is well absorbed. So orally it is well absorbed drug. Then apart from this, see the adverse drug. Rash, epigastric distress, anorexia, cramps, pseudomembranous colitis and pancreatitis. So this is the adverse effect of rifampicin. When question comes in the other drugs also, you can write the same mechanism and pharmacokinetic part. Same mechanism means from the pyrazinamide it acts disrupt the plasma membrane, and the pharmacokinetic part it is orally well absorbed drug or excreted in urine or protein binding drug. You can write the common things in other first line drug cases. So you have to write in ethambutol also mechanism of action, inhibit the cell wall synthesis and pharmacokinetic adverse drug are little bit similar. So again a quick recap. Anti-tubercular drugs, it is used mainly in the treatment of tuberculosis. The main aim to prevent the production of mycolic acid. So what are the drug classification? First line drug ripe, rifampicin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide, ethambutol. Supplementary drug rifabutin, rifapentin, streptomycin. Second line drug Fespec. F for fluoroquinol, amikacin, capreomycin, ethionamide, para-aminosalicylic acid, and cycloserine. So Fespec. So what are the first line drug? Most effective, and supplementary drug are also used or reserve drug, and second line drug when the first line drug are resistant. So according to the WHO guideline, see then 6 month, 8 month, 6 month courses. In case of category 1, suppose the newly patient are detected. So write the drug, 4 first line drug are used for 2 months, then 2 drugs for 4 months. So rifampicin, isoniazid, pyrazinamide and ethambutol are used for 2 months, another rifampicin and isoniazid for 4 months. This is the dots according to the WHO. So category 2, smear positive cases, 8 month, treatment relapse or treatment failure or discontinue patient. We can use the ripe 2 month and another 1 month. Ripe plus streptomycin 2 month, ripe 1 month, and then RIE 5 month. And category 3, 6 month course, smear negative cases, RIP for 2 months and RI for 4 months. This is the WHO DOTS guidelines. The combination therapy of drug what we are using. Then comes to the individual drug. Isoniazid, mechanism of action, it inhibit or block the mycolic acid synthesis. See the common mechanism of action. Now comes to the drug resistance, adverse effect, rifampicin, then adverse drug reaction. This is all about your anti-tubercular drug. You understand